All right, welcome to the Off Menu podcast special. I'm your host, Ariel Brassil, and today I have a special guest, my own dad, John Brassil, and I'm going to be asking him about his dream menu. And I do have a secret ingredient for him, the ingredient which I have deemed to be unacceptable. And if he says the secret ingredient or chooses that to be a component of his dream meal, then he will be kicked off the podcast. And the ingredient that I have chosen for this week is Hoppin' John. Hoppin' John, mostly because his name is John Brassil. I don't think he's going to pick a component that would get himself kicked off the dream menu. In fact, on the car ride over here, he mentioned he thinks that idea is not the greatest. And also because Hoppin' John is a rice and bean dish, and on a family trip that we took to Costa Rica, we ate an egregious amount of rice and beans, and that became a topic of conversation, kind of an in-joke for our family for a while. So without further ado, let's get into the dream menu of John Brassil. I'll go get him. Did you hear that you were summoned?
I did.
How much did you hear?
I did not, I don't think, hear the secret ingredient, so I think that I could hear what you were saying, and I heard you talking about, it sounded like Papa John's, so that's how well I could hear.
Okay.
I know what you actually said, but it sounded like Papa John's.
All right. Welcome, John Brassil, to the Dream Restaurant. We've been expecting you for some time.
Did you know that one of those two is supposed to be an actual genie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
James Acaster is the genie. So in this situation, I'm the genie. I'm your host. Have you had any experience with genies before?
I have seen Aladdin.
Did you meet the genie when we went to Disney World?
Yes, character breakfast.
There you go.
She came by the table. Well, no.
She.
No. I take that back. I was thinking of whatever Aladdin's girlfriend's name is.
Oh my God.
She came to our table.
Jasmine.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Jasmine genie.
Well, the genie part of Aladdin is the genius part of Aladdin.
Yeah. I mean, he's Robin Williams. I have big shoes to fill.
How can you possibly cast anyone better? Like they remade that. They made a live action version of it, right? After he passed, so that he was definitely not an option. But I was like, at that point, you're just making Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I know there's controversy around Aladdin because of the like really nebulous origins of it. It's just like kind of vaguely Middle Eastern, pulling from
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Why weren't more like people from there
Yeah.
cast in these roles? Do you remember having the breakfast or having lunch in Cinderella's castle?
I like vaguely remember being there, but I couldn't tell you what we ate. Like I remember getting autographs in the little booklet.
So you don't remember being served chocolate milk in a blue cut glass goblet?
No, I wish I did.
I will never forget that. I was like, okay.
Is that an experience you're trying to recreate? Should I-
That was insanely on target. Like if you're going to recreate a meal for a kid, right? Chocolate milk, number one choice.
Yeah.
And the idea of serving it in like a blue glass, so that kind of you get the translucence of, but the milk is really opaque, so it just kind of bends around the chocolate milk. Brilliant.
Did you have to like pay a la carte for?
I think what you did is you arranged the meals and then you ate whatever they gave you. That's my phone, so I have to pick that up. Oh, it's my earbuds.
Yep.
These changed my life, by the way. I was really hesitant
Those are your
to
Galaxy Buds, right?
Buds Pro 3.
They buy Samsung.
Oh,
Else?
yeah. I for the longest time resisted getting wireless, and now I cannot imagine a life without them. Like it's like a pocket pat for me. If I because I don't have Bluetooth, and my car is a 27 Honda Accord, uh, 2011 Honda Accord, and so no Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And so what I've been doing, or had been doing before I bought these, was just like taking the phone and placing it on the console, like right in front of the. Now it works fine,
Yeah.
but not the best.
Yeah.
And these things, they have different levels of noise canceling. So when I'm out walking the dogs, or if I'm driving in my car, they have like adaptive, which will let you hear some through. But a lot of times, it's much easier for me to fall asleep if I'm listening to something, music. A lot of the podcasters I listen to would probably not be pleased to know that it's frequently them that I fall asleep
Lulling
to.
you to sleep.
So I can wear them. I frequently wear these to bed, and then wake up in the middle of the night, and then I have to dig one out from underneath my rib cage, or if I'm really lucky, it falls in the little gap between the top of the bed. And we have what I call like a bed diaper around our bed. It's just like a skirt, and it's velcroed around. And if I'm really lucky, the little
like frilly bit.
It's not frilly. It's more like padded, maybe like 8 inches wide, and just goes all the way around the bed. But it's tilted out at the top, so sometimes it acts as a catch. So if I'm really lucky, the earbud will fall into that little funnel, and I can fish it out without having to pull the bed out, which disturbs whatever dog happens. Feeling there's usually Blaze.
Yeah.
So or worse comes to worse, I have to like crawl underneath the bed, and that's.
You should train one of the dogs to be an earbud retrieval dog.
Yeah.
Would they fit under the bed?
Neither of them. You could actually probably use Finn as a bed.
Cushiony.
I've toyed with the idea of saddling him up and like renting him out for carnival rides.
You could put Lucy on him.
You probably could put Lucy on him.
Though she's getting quite tall. So
how tall is Chris? I always think of him as like really tall, but he's not really all that tall. He's just kind of lanky.
He is lanky, but he is
6
tall.
foot.
He's got to be at least 6 foot. I could see him being like 6'1", but I don't know. Especially in comparison to Jill, she's petite.
Also, kind of on the bony side, though.
Yes.
So they're an interesting pair. Lucy, being 2.5, she's not particularly lanky, but you can see where she might be.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I think she will be eventually.
What do you think about that hair on her?
Amazing. And I'm really glad I gifted them the shrimp clip to do her little twisty updos.
It was a while before they put anything in her hair.
Yeah.
Has she had a haircut yet?
I don't think she has.
I don't think she has either.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But so it was getting, kind of like Charles Dickensy, but with the clip in it looks super cute.
Yeah.
It's not hard to make that kid look super cute.
That's true. I think she's adorable.
Have you been in my music room yet?
This trip? I've passed through it. Why?
I have had stuffed animals on my couch in there for a while from Destiny. I bought her a Tiny Chef for Christmas present. It arrived like last week, along with some other things, which I think you will appreciate as well.
Well, I look forward to seeing those.
Yep. They're these secret stuffed animals, secret plushes. They're not, all of them are not animals. Leave that as a mystery.
Yeah. Would you like to get into your dream menu?
I think we've done the pre-show banter thing pretty well. I don't have any like tour dates to talk about.
Any projects you're working on right now? I mean, you are a man of projects.
I am currently trying to figure out what we're going to do when we go to Mexico for the World Cup, like in Guadalajara. So that's a project.
Yeah.
I did a series about 10 years ago where I organized music in suits of cards. 52 Pickup was the name of it.
Yeah.
13 weeks in a season, 13 cards in a suit. Worked out great. It's almost like there was a reason behind cards having 52 in the deck. And so I just finished up playing a month for a month of playing those mixes interspersed with not going there because it was Barbie night at Geodis. And so who's missing that? So I did, the last one I did was Clubs, which is the one that is involved around life and vitality. And, basically looks like a broccoli or a tree. So that got me thinking about, I haven't made a mix in a while. So I'm starting to, I'm in the proto stages of making my next music. Last year I did one, a shoegaze. I got invested in shoegaze. So I spent hours and hours putting something like that together. So I just, I'm in the nebula condensing part of forming this next star. I'm just sort of it's sorting to see where the clouds align themselves. I have some anchor tracks that I know I want to get in there. So that's always the first part is you gotta kind of know in the general direction you're heading, and then you just sort of glue things together from there. It's better. I found, at least I like to DJ better when I'm a little drunk. Because you just get into a thing. It's it's more fun to DJ like that, I think, than to come up with a preset, because you're in the flow.
Yeah.
If it works out great, and then that's kind of antithetical to what I'm talking about. But this is a recording. It's not. It's a little bit of a difference, and it's harder as you go through making these, because I don't like. Not only do I not like to have an artist represented more than once in a set, I don't like to ever use the same song twice in a mix if I can avoid it. There are a few things that for one reason or another have popped up more than once, but so I have to start with Greenfield every time. So that makes it a little more challenging.
Yeah. Can you think of any of the songs that have been used multiple times offhand?
One of my all-time favorites, when I came to Atlanta in December and we hung out in the penthouse and drank wine at Ray's place to see David Byrne, his song, This Must Be the Place, Naive Melody, just touches my heart in a way that few songs do. So that's shown up. That was in the Hearts suit of this 52 pickup project, but it's been in more than one mix for that reason.
What's the next birthday mix that you might be planning, like a landmark birthday?
Well, I'm Medicare eligible in less than 2 months. Here's a preview of coming attractions for you folks out there. You will get slammed with emails and texts for people offering to help you navigate the Medicare maze.
Yeah.
I went online to the government website and knocked it out in about 15 minutes. I don't have to worry about Part B because I'm covered underneath private insurance. So that it's just acknowledging that I'm declining things mostly. Yeah. But if you don't do it, then you're subject to penalties. So you're eligible to enroll exactly 2 months prior to your age 65 birthday. So that for me was last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I figured maybe if I fill out the form, they'll stop bothering me. I don't think that's actually true, but
that's a nice thought.
It couldn't hurt to sort out, get out ahead of it. Like I said, for me, I knew that I didn't need to do much other than sort of check the box that I had registered. So I made it pretty easy.
So no Medicare themed mix?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. So there's a lot of different ways to approach milestone birthdays. For me, I mean, I really was able to have a 50th birthday, kind of a dream 50th birthday. It lined up with people being in town for your graduation. I think it was when you graduated from UT. Both sets of my parents were in town.
Yeah.
I think my mom came, but not Roy. And then to have it catered by a food truck, at a brewery and all that stuff, that was pretty nice. And 60 was fun too. I think the next one that I really will go all out for will probably be 75.
Look forward to that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to take Social Security for another at least 2 years.
Yeah.
So 65, meh. It's a speed. I guess I could do something road theme. Maybe that actually okay. So now let's do that.
All right.
Let's do that.
You heard it here first.
Car songs.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm cognizant of time. I do want to jump into your dream menu.
Okay, yeah.
Let's start off still or sparkling.
Do you have any indication? Do you have any idea what I'll say?
I think you'll choose sparkling.
I will not only choose sparkling, I will choose a specific sparkling beverage I'm quite enamored of lately. Spindrift has come out with like alcohol-free versions of their of cocktails. So they have a mojito.
Okay.
And that's my favorite. But there's also like a not Napolitan. There are probably 4 or 5 of them, but the mojito one is so good. Ooh. If I could get that, if I could like, can I get the mojito, please? That's not going to happen. But a mineral water for sure.
This is the dream menu, so you can have your mojito.
I know. I could ask for a sorrel and ginger if I wanted to, according to Cozy Radical. Yeah. So I think if I could get like, it doesn't necessarily have to be that one, but some sort of flavored sparkling water. Do those Cost Plus World Market, like those sodas, like the blood orange soda? I wouldn't mind that either. Those are so good.
If you had to choose one, the blood orange or the mojito, which one would you choose?
Probably the blood orange.
Okay.
It's delightful. I do like a bit of citrus. I think I would go with that. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. I think I would go the mojito because it's more neutral, and it would probably pair well with like lots of different things, and it's more reasonable to expect that. Short of that, like a Pellegrino or something, like a mineral water versus just but I'll take a seltzer. I'll take a seltzer over a club soda because the bubbles are larger and they're generally a little more salty.
Salty.
Seltzer? Oh, yeah.
Did you listen to the episode of Off Menu where they talked about bubble sizes? The like mousse? I guess, mousse as a dessert is referring to the aeration, but there's also a term for like carbonated beverages like champagne where you're referring to the mousse of it. I did not know this prior to this episode.
I have never heard of that, and I had not listened. I mean, they have 700 between many episodes.
Many.
Maybe listen to 6.
Okay, I didn't know how much you were listening to the recent ones that had come out since you had listened to Koji. This was one that was, I don't know, maybe 3 episodes ago.
I don't listen to them every week, but I have listened to several of the new ones that they had like a female friend of theirs on, another comedian. I think she was
Amy.
Scottish.
Oh, friend Brady. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Oh, yeah. She was on Taskmaster. I like her as well.
So they did not talk about moose.
Okay. I have not done any more research on it since I heard about that, but it's something that I've been thinking about now and relation to bubble size.
I wonder how finely you can control the diameter of the bubbles based on how do you pressurize the water a certain way, or do you use a certain combination of gases? Because I know that like Guinness, right, they use nitrogen because the bubbles are smaller. That's how they get the creamy head. Yeah. But could you do like a nitrogen helium mix or some inert gas just to sort of, I mean, if you're using something lighter than air, you could get something really moosey.
Yeah. I don't know.
Have you purchased the cans of Guinness that self-charge or any self-charging beverage?
I don't think so.
That's a bit of genius.
Yeah.
So they have some cylinder in the can that, when you open it, the air pressure, Guinness pressure changes enough so that the cylinder ruptures and releases the nitrogen. So it's just sitting there waiting to be free. And it makes for a lovely, I mean, it's not Guinness on tap.
Yeah.
So, we're going to Ireland in September. I'm really looking forward to going because everyone is like, it's better in Ireland. Because of course it is.
Yeah. But that must be partly because of the water. Like every brewery tour that I've ever gone to, they're like asking you about what the ingredients in a beer are, and nobody ever says water, but I've been to enough brewery tours and I'm like, water is one of the things that like impacts the flavor of the beer.
Terroir of Guinness on tap. It's kind of interesting too that like the thing that's really changed beer culture in America is the proliferation of craft breweries, everybody doing a different thing. in Ireland, you just drink Guinness everywhere.
Yeah.
Germany is even not like that. Germany
Yeah.
doesn't have like a large Budweiser, well, it's actually Modelo now, a large national beer.
Yeah.
They have like, this, and this is way before the advent of craft breweries. There were,
Brazilian.
it was like between 1 and 2,000 different breweries. That doesn't seem like a lot now, but when I first heard that fact, when it was like 3 brands in the United States, it did.
Yeah. I wonder if surely there is a craft brew scene in Ireland as well. I wonder if that's like disrupting Guinness's stronghold. I'll be curious what your experience is when you go there. I will say it's been many, many years since I went to the Guinness brewery, but they had a station, I guess, at the end of the tour where you could pour the Guinness yourself, and if you did it right, you could get a certificate for doing the perfect pour. So I have that somewhere. I still do.
When I first came to Nashville, one of the local radio stations sponsored a pub crawl, a Guinness pub crawl. So we went around to various places in, where do we start out? It wasn't downtown, but we ended up going to some bars downtown where there was, free beer on the bus. Whew, man, I did not pace myself well for that trip. But one of the things they talked about was the pour. I think it's like 18 seconds to pour Guinness properly.
I don't remember the timing.
They send people around to train folks.
Yeah.
The proper tilt of the glass.
Yeah, exactly. The angle. I think there's.
It's the thing I think you might be talking about. You're talking about something different, but there's another thing, splitting the G. You know about that?
Oh, like drinking a sip to get it to the G in the Guinness, like just the right amount.
Splitting the G in one draft, just like you obviously you can't see it while you're drinking it, and it's sort of like gauge out how closely. So that's another. The Irish thinking up ways to further make drinking fun. What a shocker!
Yeah.
So we're going to Nashville has a direct flight on Aer Lingus. We're leaving Thursday night, getting in Friday morning type of thing. Couple, I think maybe 3 nights in Dublin, like right in we found we're not getting a car while we're there, so everything's going to be public transportation. We might like Uber someplace back and forth, but the plan is not to rent a. We're not going to rent a vehicle. I had enough driving on the wrong side of the road in New Zealand, so I'm not doing that again. And then to Limerick, because Ireland's train system is basically like it's like arterial. It's not like a mesh. It's like 3 major spokes that come out of Dublin. It's actually, there's like 2 endpoints in Dublin. One kind of heads to the south and west, and one kind of heads more directly west. So we were, Lisa was thinking she wanted to go to Galway, but it's difficult to then get from Galway to County Kerry, where we're going.
You have to go like up and back again, basically.
You basically would have to, either backtrack or be on the bus for a while. I was not really all that cognizant of how far west where I'm from is in Ireland. It'd be almost like the equivalent of going to Wales. So the town where there is the terminus of one of the lines is a town called Tralee, and that's where we're staying. We were going to stay in a place that was called like Bumsbury or something like that. Bumside. It was like a little beach town, but because the races are going on during the week we're going to be there, there was no availability for any place I would consider staying.
Poppadoms or bread, John Brassil? Poppadoms or bread?
So I want you to be proud of me. I had no idea what a poppadom was. But we have a former chopped chef here in town that has the Schwan Masala and Ale House available. We've been there. It's right across the street on 12th and Porter. It's actually walkable from Lisa's new office building. So that's what we did. And we had, they called them Poppadom. They also had Fryum, which is, I think they're called Fafa in other places. It's basically like cornstarch. I took pictures. They're really, The ones we had were really colorful, and they're quite crunchy. It's almost like pork rinds, but not pork flavored at all. It's just that's the consistency of them.
Yeah.
Super like brittle and crunchy. So the order was an appetizer, was papadum and fryum. And so, in order to make an informed choice, I went to an Indian restaurant. So when I answer the question, it's clearly for me is going to be bread.
Okay, what kind of bread?
Well, I thought about this quite a bit too. And so the difference between papadum and bread is like it's easily bread because of the diversity of choices that you can have for bread.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to see if you'll allow me here to include a bread-like substance that's not technically bread, and I can definitely give you bread options if you think this is too far out of bounds. But Yorkshire pudding allows me to then use something else because that's a clear front runner for side for me, right? But I have another side that I want to use. So if I do Yorkshire's, if not, I would say something like a Bauerbrot, like what we used to call German bread.
Yeah.
Those, if not that, then a good brochen. There's nothing like a good brochen, especially when paired with a wurst and a good mustard. So if I have to choose, I would say like a sourdough variant of Bauerbrot. I don't even know if such a thing exists, but it's a dream menu.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
Well, so you want that over your Yorkshire pud?
Yeah. Well,
I'm allowing the Yorkshire pud. I think there are enough commonalities between a Yorkshire pud and bread. And also on the dream menu, some people, have weaseled in like nachos for their or chips and salsa rather.
They're pretty flexible with what they let people get away with. Like, I think one of the ones I listened to, they did an omelet. Okay.
Not for a bread course.
No, I think it was for their starter.
Oh, okay.
I think it was. What I'm saying is like, whatever. So I think in a nod to something that's like uniquely me, at least as far as you're concerned, I'm sure there are like a lot of people who like had Yorkshire puddings, but that's something that goes way back for me, and I love them, and I don't know. I don't know what that I'm trying. So I've thought about my responses to all of these questions. I'm trying to like not just say bread or sourdough bread. I'm saying like my mother's Yorkshires with some Bisto gravy.
Bisto gravy. Onion Bisto gravy or just this bog standard Bisto gravy?
The brown stuff.
Okay.
We ate the brown stuff when I was growing up. We onion gravy. What is that?
Well, there is a Bisto that has like onion granules in it. Yeah. This could be a new addition to the Bisto lineup, but I've had that.
Sounds good.
It is good.
But if you're talking about dream menu, going to be old school, mom made Yorkshires and Bisto gravy, not imported from Canada, that English stuff.
Oh yeah, of course. Do you remember the first Yorkshire pud you ever had?
Oh God, no. I would have been when I was a kid, but I remember that then became when I went home for a holiday type thing, my mother would make me lamb chops, Brussels, and Yorkshire pudding. That was my dream menu going home. And some kind of crazy dessert that she whipped up.
What kind of crazy? Just crazy in that she invented it?
Yeah, kind of. She would just come up with she was really good at sweet stuff.
Yeah.
So there would be pudding based usually.
Do you think that's where you got your inventiveness for especially desserts? I think that is a forte of yours.
No, I think that came from being poor.
Oh.
I think that came from not having a lot of spare resources and cobbling things together out of what I had in the pantry.
Yeah.
Or what one of my roommates had in the pantry.
Is that where your mom got it?
Well, I think my mom also grew up without a ton of means. I know her first job was in a chocolate factory.
Ooh.
Did you know this?
No.
So this is a great story. So she was in her teens, probably 15, 16. She got a job working at a chocolate factory. And they told her, just, we realize this is the thing. Just eat what you want, right? It's okay, right? Because my mom really loved a candy called orange creams.
Mhm.
Just probably just a like fluffy nougaty type of thing, orange flavored nougat enrobed in chocolate. She ate a lot of them. She ate so many of them that she cannot stand orange creams to this day. Or it was one of those things where she was like, what a great tactic. Knock yourself out.
Yeah.
You won't be stealing too much chocolate from us moving forward.
Yeah. What did she do at the chocolate factory? Do you know?
Have you ever seen the I Love Lucy?
Yeah.
I think that's what she did.
Oh man.
Something.
I mean, that's when you said chocolate factory, that's where my mind immediately went.
To the best of my knowledge, no Oompa Loompas involved, or
Good. No children falling in.
and the British in general are known for their bad teeth, which is directly related to their consumption of sweets, candies in particular. I mean, the country that invented the crunchy bar. It's so my mother liked to bake. She's British, and this is when people used cookbooks and got recipes and like made things. So yeah, a lot of she was really good at desserts. I think she was naturally inclined towards it, and I've got the dental history to prove that I was raised by an English woman.
I think my sweet tooth is directly inherited from your side of the family.
I think it's a more a nature thing, right? Nurture. It's a nurture thing. Kids, monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. You
can fool yourself as about like how I'm going to raise my kid, but how you're going to raise your kid is by how you act around your kid and the things that you do.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, sorry about your dental bills.
I love a sweet treat. It is well known among people at work, people like in my social circle, that my sweet tooth knows no bounds. But Jill, likes a sweet treat, not like me, not like you.
There's a Monty Python sketch where they're having a meal and the husband says, "What's for afters?" So this is a question I always ask myself whenever I've finished a meal. What's for afters?
Well, we'll get to that. Are we still only on the bread course?
We're still only on bread, and we talked about a bread that's not a bread for my choice. So
that's fine. It's bread elements. There's flour and
it's bready,
and there's some rising.
There's gravy on it, which you can put gravy on sandwiches.
Oh yeah,
why not? Sure.
Groceries. Right. Well, then moving into your dream starter.
So I'm going to take a cue from Will Arnett here, who I thought was a really good guest in that he clearly, unlike I did not watch this, but another person shows up and is not prepared. Will Arnett was prepared.
Yeah.
He had thought about it, and he's Will Arnett. So this was probably 10 years ago now. Lisa was sitting out on the porch, our front porch, which was where we went before we had a reason to sit on our back porch. The Japanese maple screens the street nicely. We had a little table, put some candles out. She was out there drinking a glass of wine. She says, the cast from Bob's Burgers is coming to the Orpheum.
Where's the Orpheum?
Well, there's one in Memphis, which is, 3 hours down the road. And I was like, cool. So I look at the event listing. It's the Orpheum, all right, in Los Angeles, which makes so much more sense. So I said, let's go anyway. And we did. That was a great trip. Part of it included a ride on the light rail out to Santa Monica, to the Santa Monica Pier. So I Yelped or whatever for restaurants in Santa Monica. The reason I decided to choose this particular starter, though, was that on the way out there, I had my kids. This is when I still had my camera body. I was taking pictures And there was this interesting looking dude on the train. So I kind of was like, doing one of these kind of things. And he caught me doing it. And he was like a crazy street person.
Oh.
Came over and was like, in Los Angeles, we don't take pictures of people without asking their permission out. And I think he expected to freak me out, but I'm not easily rattled by that sort of thing, because I figure unless this guy is absolutely like just escaped from the psych ward crazy, he's not going to risk messing with somebody and potentially have his parole revoked or, whatever. I mean, that could get me killed one day, but I'm willing to roll the dice, especially as you get towards Medicare age. These things are less and less important to you. So anyway, he scared the crap out of Lisa. She was like, you need to stop doing that kind of stuff. But he ended up plugging himself somehow. Like he was performing like his guitar. He had a guitar. Probably didn't mention he had a guitar. So he was like open mic nighting somewhere, and so he invited us to come see him at a club someplace. What? At the end of all of this haranguing, I was like, I said to Lisa as we got off the train, I was like, man, that guy needs to work on his sales pitch.
Yeah.
So anyway, we walked underneath the pier. We did all the Santa Monica Pier is just incredible. We were there around dinner time. So it was like sunset. It was really nice. And the place that we went to for dinner was called Tar and Roses. I have a lovely t-shirt from there, and they had the best crudo I've ever had. And so I would say that crudo at Tar and Roses, I would like to do that again. So this is actually kind of like I don't know that I ever actually will, because life is short, and let's go back to Santa Monica for this appetizer is probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be sad if it did.
Well, this is the Dream Restaurant. You can be anywhere. The Dream Restaurant can change depending on the course. Do you want to be in Santa Monica at Tar and Roses having this crudo?
Yeah, because I think when you're either before or after you're there, you can go back out to the pier. It's really neat. It's kind of one of those like Mall of America type things, or the mall in Washington D.C. in the summertime. I can remember being there for a work trip, and it was just like all of America was just unfurled on display in front of me. People playing softball, people on blankets, and that kind of stuff. The Santa Monica Pier is a little more like lower broad kind of vibe, because people are there to there's selfies galore and, people TikToking. But that wasn't as big of a thing then when we were there, which again has not been that long ago. But it's just an iconic, that Santa Monica Pier shows up in so many movies. The Ferris wheel over the ocean. It's just, now that you've heard me say that, you'll start to notice it. It's one of those you can't unring the bell kind of things. And the restaurant is, I don't know, probably like 5 blocks off. So you're not bothered by a lot of the riffraff. Nice little place, maybe 20, 25 tables.
Were you seated inside?
Inside, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that they had seating outdoors. They might have, but.
Yeah. Could you describe the crudo for me?
It was just really nice, like sushi grade, really thin, almost like potato chip thin pieces of various kinds of fish, probably tuna fish. But the thing that made it really great is they had also like julienned and applied the same kind of technique to various bits of citrus, like a really like paper thin slice of lemon. And it was just the balance of the citrusy flavors and the fishy flavors made for, I don't know if all crudos are kind of like variations on that theme. This one was just really well executed.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like, just, the fish is not cut properly, or whatever seasoning that they put into the crudo, peppers or garlic or whatever, it just overpowers the fish. But that one was perfect. It was a perfect starter. And Lisa really likes ceviche, which is fine. But again, ceviche is a little too busy for me. But a crudo is just, it's more in the same way that just like a roll is. I don't need a sushi roll that has 75 ingredients. I just really just want the fish. Yep. So
just give me the nigiri.
Yep. Right. I mean, I'm okay with that. there is some benefit to having a little rice
Yeah.
along with it. And you can moderate. And you've eaten sushi with us. We mix wasabi in with our soy sauce.
Yeah.
We create wasabi ketchup essentially. So you can like attenuate the heat on that with the rice.
Yeah.
It's just rubbing wasabi onto a piece of fish.
So it doesn't stick that well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that sounds lovely. Your mention of the paper thin slices of citrus reminded me, I did not ask you if you wanted any citrus in your mojito. I know you often get like lime for your water.
This doesn't
Since
really
it is already flavored. Do you want
this
that?
doesn't really need that. It's
Okay.
like a lot of times I'll get like if you get any type of flavoring in whatever mixer you have with an alcoholic cocktail, the fruit is almost always superfluous. It's like it's a visual garnish, but not like a savory or it's just, if you just have club soda though, a lime it's a really nice little it's a little extra,
Elevates it.
a little lagniappe. So yes, I would say generally if it's just sparkling water like we talked about, but if I'm getting a flavored one, like I say, maybe if I was trying to impress somebody, but I don't know who that would be. Oh yeah, he's got the lime in his drink. He must be sophisticated.
Well, that does remind me also, who are you with for this dream meal? And again, it can be different for different courses.
By myself.
All right.
I'm not trying to eat with nobody. It's just yak. No, I mean, I would just a family member. Generally, it could be you, it could be Jill, it could be you and Jill. Could be your mother on the way back from picking her up at an emergency, clinic. Most likely, though, it's going to be Lisa. Yep. We both like to eat well. We don't have to worry about planning around, dropping Jimmy off at soccer practice or wheeling grandma off to bed or anything. So we're in kind of a sweet spot now. We could do what we want when we want. Yeah. So one of the things we want is to have someone else cook.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it would most likely be Lisa. And she's a good dining partner. We've been married over 25 years now. Over 20 years now, working on 25. If I get that wrong too many times, it won't be 25. So one of the nice things about a long-term relationship is that you can say two things and then that is like lights a fuse that goes back 10 things. And so it's always nice. And we can compare and contrast. Well, this crudo is really good here at Tar and Roses, or man, who puts that much salt on a piece of meat?
Right.
So yeah. And every now and then it's nice to have like everybody, the Thanksgiving meal paradigm, all sort of catching up. That's typically when you have something like that now. There's a lot of we were in Aspen or whatever. No, nobody that we know is in Aspen, but friends. I don't have a ton of friends that I would, but Matt Pustier really likes to eat. So whenever I see him, he's like, "You want to get food somewhere?" Yeah. Like when he comes up here, he always wants to go somewhere to eat. Yeah. We went the last time he was up here. We went to Bad Luck Burger Club, which is in the Nations. It's in a place that was a brewery. They actually have a brewery inside. So when you walk in, you see the bar. And then the restaurant part of it is like a little window off to the side. So it's like a kind of like the drive-through coffee place that we saw. Yeah. So you go and order your burger and you get a beer. Their main place is right behind the Grimies that we drove by.
So Matt Pusty and Lisa and me and Jill might be around for your dream meal.
Depending on I think, so if you, as we talk about, it's like you're going to eat dessert with one person, that person would be you, right? It's not going to be Lisa. She doesn't really care about dessert.
Does she like Yorkshire pudding?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. it doesn't have bits in it.
Yeah.
And it's
A
not,
real selling point for Lisa.
I mean, I don't think it resonates with her, and she's like a fish and veggies gal.
Yeah.
So like anything that carby, I think, especially like she's also not a gravy person in general. So I think she would eat it. Would she ever like order it? I don't think she would. So she's not. She'll have to have to be in the green room awaiting her turn in the dream menu as we change courses.
Yeah. Would you want your mom to be with you while you're having Yorkshire puds? It's the dream menu. You can have. I mean, you could have the genie from Aladdin with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's
your mom back from the grave, or you're 5 years old having a Yorkshire pudding with your mom.
I think one of my last like concrete memories of my mom is at the place in Arkansas that you and I drove all day to.
Yeah.
Because of that, she prepared that meal that I talked about, and I can remember pretty vividly sitting down with Roy and white bread and some hominy and Yorkshire pudding, and she was, again, this is my mother, like she'll cook for Roy and she'll cook for you. You're just like everybody. She puts it on the table, you eat it, you eat what's there kind of thing. Yeah. My mom she was a giver, she was a caterer. She actually worked in like professional kitchen for a while.
In a hotel, right?
The DoubleTree.
Yeah.
She worked at the DoubleTree in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
It's where she learned to prepare ganache. So periodically we would get ganaches in the mail. That's one of the things I think that won her over with Lisa. Is she found out Lisa liked lemon squares, and so for Lisa's birthday, she would bake lemon squares and send them to her.
Such a nice
That's
treat.
so nice. Lemon squares is no joke either. It's not like a chocolate chip cookie where you slice the tube and sling it in the oven. She was really good like that.
Now my mouth is watering thinking about lemon squares.
So, yeah. I mean, she's gone. She's not coming back. Yeah. There's an opportunity to bring her back and also have, like I said, they're my mother's Yorkshires.
Yeah.
Thanks for the Yorkshires, Mom. Back to the kitchen with you. I'm not doing that. So yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well, moving then into your main course, your dream main course.
This is another one where I can definitely make a strong claim for a lot of different things that I enjoy quite a bit.
Yeah.
But again, taking my cue from a master of verbal artistry, I'm going to paint a picture of turn of the century Nashville within walking distance of my job at Vanderbilt. South Street's pumped chicken.
What is pumped chicken?
They basically use a syringe to inject the barbecue sauce underneath the skin when they cook it. It's pumped chicken.
South Street's pumped chicken.
Pumped chicken, yeah. That place was a legend for like a fun, high quality meal. They had buckets. They had a boil on Sundays where you could get like a New Orleans style.
Yeah, potatoes,
crawfish, all of that, all seasoned in the same pot.
Yeah,
it's like $27. It was like enough for 2 or 3 people, depending.
Yeah,
and just right at the nexus of where like the cool kids were. People would come over from Vandy. There's tons of like medical buildings around there.
Yeah, and
it's close enough to downtown where like state government workers, like people would do a lunch there.
Right.
It was possible.
Any particular pieces of meat? Were you getting wings, breast meat?
Breast.
Okay.
Pump. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do something like that.
I don't know if they're pumping barbecue sauce into chicken wings. The little chicken thighs injected up with sauce. I don't know. I haven't had it.
I mean, I think there were options. If you ordered it, you could get like the same way you would order chicken at any other restaurant. You get like a half all white, et cetera, et cetera. And honestly, I don't remember enough about the menu choices there. But the thing about it was, like I say, is it had a nice like Southern feel to it. wasn't Texas's barbecue beef of one flavor or another. This it had kind of a more of a Mississippi vibe, I think, than maybe even Tennessee or an Alabama flavor to it. But I mean, pumped chicken.
The name is really good.
You could have called that anything, right?
Compelling name.
Saucy chicken, or like hot chicken. That's pretty clever, right? But pumped chicken,
yeah,
that's just sounds like it would be fun, and it usually was. That was a great place.
It evokes like a gym to me, like getting pumped.
Jacked chicken?
Yeah. Swole chicken.
I'm not eating jack chicken or swole chicken.
No, thank you.
But pumped chicken.
Yeah.
Depends on what it's pumped with, I guess.
Was it just like
that's what we used to call riding somebody on your bicycle when I was a kid. Pumping them. Like if somebody would like have their feet on your the hubs of your front wheel and holding on to the handlebars, that was pumping somebody. Because you were like having to pump your legs, I guess, to move two people along.
I guess.
I don't know if that's a British thing or just.
I don't think I've heard that term. I'm curious.
Maybe something my mom made up. She would do
that. Going back to the chicken, is it like fried in any way, or is this like a tender, juicy, I don't know, like soft falling off the bone kind of situation?
Yeah,
it's hard for me to imagine. Okay,
it's basically baked with barbecue sauce, right?
Yeah.
They put the barbecue sauce underneath the skin, and they cook it long enough to where the it blisters a little bit, and like you do. But so it's a baked chicken, not a fried chicken.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is like I would rather have a well prepared roast chicken than a steak any day.
Yeah.
So that I thought about that. I was like, do I want to do like a fancy
dish
or try to think about like a meal I've had in a restaurant where just a really nicely for one birthday there was a place over near the cannery that did the first time I ever had a tomahawk. Was a tomahawk pork chop, and it was the size of a dinner plate, and it had like 9 bones sticking out of it. So I thought about that just for like the sheer comedic value of it, and it was like called tequila or something like that. It's the most generic, Mexican restaurant name. It didn't last too terribly long. I think probably because the rent in that area of town is atrocious. But you could see the utter dismay on Lisa's face when they brought this. Had to be at least 40 ounces of meat on a plate with sides.
Oh my God. Was the dismay of like, how the hell are we going to eat this thing?
She was appalled at the extravagance of it. Right? It's like, no, there's no reason for this to exist.
Yeah.
She likes a 6-ounce fillet, right? This is the antithesis of that.
Yeah.
This is like a cubic yard of meat that's festooned. The way that the tomahawks are they're almost like a performance art piece of meat because they leave all those. I think they're probably rib bones, like in the periphery of it to make it even more dramatically over the top. I don't think she had any idea what was happening until it happened. So she was appalled is probably not the right word. I think she was a little bit overwhelmed by a tomahawk. And I have not ordered one since. I just really haven't had the opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't know that I need that much meat in my life. So it's another one of those things where it's fun to look back on. It's like, have you ever had a tomahawk? Yeah, I did.
The one time?
The one time.
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever had it. Like I must have seen them. Like I'm familiar, but maybe just from cooking shows or something. It's not something I would go for, obviously, these days. But even
I was going to say it's not like you're in and out of Fogo at these. So
not these days.
I did hear someone. I mean, I think it was on. No, I was on another podcast I listened to. Like Fogo actually has a secret menu.
Oh.
You can, they do some kind of like braised ribs, but you have to know to ask for it. It's not something they'll offer you. And evidently they're insanely good.
Oh.
Like you were talking about, like fall off the bone. Yes, these are that. But to have like a Fogo
Crazy.
a hidden meat, which again you probably have to rebrand that, but uh, in a place that's excessively meat, to have one that you hide from people is just insane.
Truly bonkers. Yeah, I guess I feel like if you're going to Fogo, you go once for the kitsch kind of element of it. It's not, I don't see it as a place where you're like, oh yeah, every Sunday the whole fam goes down to Fogo. So, okay, if you've been the one time and you had the normal thing, then you might want to have a secret element to bring people back in a second time. Like, oh yeah, I went one time and I had the meat, they shaved me off the thing, but I heard they have these braised ribs, so I gotta go back in.
I'm not sure that I ever actually have been to a Fogo. I've been to places like that.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, Mongolian barbecue is like that, except that you just get the one pass.
Yeah.
But you're sort of like telling the chef what you want, but having someone around, I think the concept of the green and the red card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on medicine now that part of it, the way that it helps control my blood sugar is acting as a mild appetite suppressant. So I'm not going in for a tomahawk pork chop, and I'm damn sure not paying for meat sweats. No. It just seems silly to me. It's like even just normally when we go out,
Yeah.
we're always taking boxes home. Like
Yeah.
portion sizes are crazy.
Yeah.
Almost everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. There's a new venue downtown within walking distance of Hume Fog. It's called the Pinnacle because it's where the Pinnacle building moved from right on the river to right next to Lisa, actually. And so you can walk across the gulch from her building and can kind of go in the back way to this place. And there's like a little pedestrian mall that surrounds it that has various things, but immediately adjacent to the building is a Fogo. So I might have the temptation presented to me more frequently than at any other time in my life.
Yeah. I know there is one in Atlanta. I think it's in Buckhead. So I used to drive past it fairly regularly. But yeah, I don't know that I'll ever go at this point.
Is there a vegetarian equivalent of that? Like we'll keep bringing you greens until you turn the card over?
Not that I'm aware of. And,
I don't think there's any money in that.
Yeah. I don't think it would take too long for people to fill up on
lettuce.
Yeah. Cabbage.
Kale. Radicchio.
Yeah. All right, then. Your dream side dish.
So, displacing my mother's home cooking is a dish I had in the last 6 months, 7 months. We went to Austin for Halloween. We actually went to Austin to see Vanderbilt play the University of Texas, but it happened to be Halloween weekend. Jill realized that she hadn't yet she used that to leverage an opportunity to bring Lucy to see Hannah. So we Airbnb'd a house, and the night they arrived, we actually all flew in on Halloween. So we went trick-or-treating around the neighborhood with Lucy. The next day, because
pineapple costume that I helped make.
I didn't know you had a part in that.
A very small hand. I helped make the little crown.
Well, the little crown is like what makes it a pineapple. Otherwise, she's nachos. Try a little harder, people. No one is like cheese with nachos in it for Halloween.
Could be.
So because they are who they are, they found a Beard-nominated barbecue place.
Yep.
Oh, Michelin star. Had a Michelin star. They had some really, really nice meats. They also had some really, really nice veggies, including a miso smoked carrot, which was like the end of it was almost as big around as this.
Damn.
It was a giant carrot. And it was, so I expected it to be like
was
a carrot.
One carrot? One giant carrot?
I'm not kidding you. It was like, it had to have been a pound of carrot.
Like if I'm looking at this mic
It was around. So if it was carrot shaped, it was the size of that mic.
That's
A little
that is a
longer.
very large carrot. I've seen some mega carrots like that in Asian grocery stores. You know, you won't get that like in a Kroger or a Publix, but
It's the opposite of whatever a baby carrot. The opposite
yeah.
of baby carrot is. This was that Godzilla carrot. I mean, I don't know, but it looked like almost like a tapered turnip or something.
Mhm.
It was massive, and so I was expecting it to be like, miso carrot that's like in a miso ginger sauce. But this is a barbecue place,
Yeah.
so they use some kind of probably the equivalent of the wasabi ketchup that we were talking about
Yeah.
for sushi, and they coat that thing and they put it in an oven and they blacken it.
Oh, okay.
So it comes out, it looks like a carrot-shaped piece of coal. And I was not expecting that when I went into this barbecue joint.
Do you remember the name of it?
I don't. We can look it up. I think it's somebody's name. If you want to, while I'm yammering on about this thing, you can probably Google Austin Michelin barbecue and it'll come up with the name of it.
I'm Googling it.
It was not very far from where we were staying, so that was nice. We didn't have to drive up to North Austin for it or anything. And so, again, sort of like tying food to particulars versus like, I just really love steamed green beans. I think like having lunch outdoors with my granddaughter, watching her nailing this miso carrot, the stuff that kid will eat is incredible.
Yeah.
And I think it's because that, they cook a lot and they just like, come on in and help us. She has the palate of Finn, a dog who ate rocks as a puppy. I think that's so good.
Yeah.
I think it helps. I think there's pretty definitive evidence now that if you consume stuff as a child, you're less likely to develop allergies later in life to it.
Yeah.
And nobody likes a picky eater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody likes a picky eater. That kid is not that.
No. And I think it also helps living in New York. I mean, there's just like such a wide variety of.
For sure. That's like the story I was telling you last night about the world's worst blues musician in Nebraska.
Mhm.
I think if you live in a place that where you have, the Chinese restaurant,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's,
Having a lot of
as
potatoes.
opposed to a city that has its own beard region. Like there's like the entire Southeast has as many restaurants entered into these competitions as one freaking city.
Yeah.
There's no place in the United States, I think even San Francisco, you can't touch New York for food diversity. And we've had some really, really nice meals with them there. Like we went for omakase in Park Slope, 9-course type of thing. And then there's like, you can walk down the street from their house and there's guys roasting chickens in what looked like giant oil drums out on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And we had that the last time we were there, actually. It was really good.
I'm always.
The sides are good too.
Yeah.
I hate to keep sounding like patronizing to reference the fact that you're a vegetarian. I think it's admirable that you have the stamina to avoid foods you ate most of your life and like, I'm not doing that anymore. And then just like not do it. I couldn't do it. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. It would have
You cheat every once in a while.
I do cheat. I cheat when I travel internationally.
And it's not like you guys are like super hardcore. We only eat like curated wallpaper paste type of diet. I mean, you both eat fish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It definitely was more challenging before Jen started eating fish again. And also just the like vegetarian fake meat options have become so accessible. So if it's like, oh, we're hankering for a sausage, well, there's like really good fake meat sausage that scratches that itch.
It's because people want it and you can make money doing it.
Exactly. I Googled Michelin star barbecue in Austin. Interstellar, La Barbecue, Leroy and Lewis Corkscrew.
Leroy and Lewis, I think
Leroy and Lewis.
It's either a Michelin star or a beard nomination. I want to say it was a Michelin star, though. The reason I know that is because Michelin is expanding aggressively now outside of the European restaurants into the United States. So Nashville is getting, there are like 3 or 4 places here that are like Catbird Seed and a couple of others. I think Bastion is another one that are getting Michelin stars.
Oh, wow. I've been to Bastion.
You have.
Yeah.
We ordered off a little card and I brought music in for them to play.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, the catbird seat was really the first dining experience. Now you could go out and pay for a nice meal kind of thing, but that was the
Right.
first place where the chefs came out and introduced each meal, and it was like 10 seats in the place,
Yeah.
and you had to wait for 6 months to even get in there. There's a bunch of places like that now, but they were really the OG for that. And so if they're going to give out Michelin stars in Nashville, that's getting one.
Yeah.
And well deserved. The meal is incredible.
Are there Michelin stars have numbers, right? There you can have like a 4-star, like a 3-4 star or something, or like a 1-star Michelin, right? That is a scale.
I think, and I'm trying to remember the name off the top of my head. There's another like restaurant award type thing. It might just be Michelin stars, but yeah, I think they go from 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only 4-star in the US is in New York City. I think there's a 3-star someplace in California. It's not French Laundry, but it might be French Laundry. But there's multiple stars. Yeah, they're diamonds though. I can't think of what those damn things are. It's not Michelin stars. This isn't another dining ranking system. But I'm pretty sure the only multi-star, maybe the only multi-star Michelin place in the U.S. is in New York.
Have you been to it? No.
Oh no.
Do you have any desire to go?
They're diamonds. Who gives the diamonds out?
I don't know.
There is a place on top of the Hilton in Atlanta that your mother and I went to when we were there for Phantom of the Opera.
On top of the Hilton or on top of the Westin? Because the Westin is, the cylindrical one that has a rotating restaurant on top. Downtown?
Yeah, it's downtown. I'm pretty sure it's on top of the Hilton though. It's like you have to take a special elevator to get up there. I have been in that rotating restaurant at the Westin. That's nice. The food it's got a Russian name, like Romanovs or something like that.
When I Googled food ranking diamond, the first thing that came up was AAA. So that's the primary response or result rather. AAA diamonds might warrant further Googling if
Google Russian restaurant downtown Atlanta. Okay. I think it's like Ivan's
Russian
or
restaurant
Fyodor's,
Atlanta,
Romanovs,
Nikolai's.
Nikolai's. They have a crazy like
what is it?
Russian-looking bird as their logo, or they used to.
Yep.
Like the
double-headed kind of Prussian situation. Yeah.
Nikolai's. Is it on the Hilton?
It is.
Yeah.
That's
where. Remember, we tell the story about you being in the drawer as a baby. That was in that Hilton.
In that Hilton. Apparently, they are temporarily closed for regular dining, but they're still hosting private meetings, events, and VIP dining.
That sounds like they got COVID.
Oh, formerly an award-winning AAA 4-diamond dining destination.
That must be it. Must be AAA. I wouldn't
have thought that they had that ranking either. All right, good job, AAA.
Good job, Nikolai's. I had beef stroganoff at Nikolai's because that's what you do,
right?
And it has a nice view as well. We had window. I don't know if it's all window seats. We had window seats. Yeah. God, that was good.
Why?
I love stroganoff.
Why were you there?
I think we were there that weekend for Phantom of the Opera at the Fox. At the Fox.
Nice.
What's his name? Michael Crawford's partner. Can't think of the dude's name off the top of my. That's his name actually, Michael Crawford. He was in like all the Andrew Lloyd Webber stuff on Broadway and in the UK too. I think he's British, but Michael Crawford as the Phantom. I don't remember who the rest of the cast was, but it was Halloween night.
Ooh.
So people came in costume for Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Like even we dressed up a little bit. We had those kind of like New Year's masks. I don't know what you call those. There's probably like a French name for them or something.
Yeah.
But your mom and I both had those on. It was a fun time. We stayed with the Snelsons out in Kennesaw, Marietta. Yeah. It was. I think that's the same trip because I think we left you. No, no. So that's no. I have to take that back. If we were in the Hilton, we were there for something else. Because that trip we left you with the Snelsons. And if you're in a hotel drawer in the Hilton,
just abandon me there while you're at the show.
We were back and forth to Atlanta a fair bit for one thing or another. Yeah. It might have been the year that we took our giant VCR and filmed you guys at the Macy's parade. That would be about right. If it's just you.
Yeah.
I think it was just you the first year. I don't think we had Jill yet.
Yeah.
So that might, but no, because you were old enough to stand up. Yeah. An Atlanta trip while we were in the Hilton for something fancy.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
Would you ever have predicted that I would move to Atlanta when you were there all those years ago?
No, I mean, it's a logical progression though. Few people go the other way.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I'm going to, I grew up in Fayetteville and I'm going to move to Little Rock. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or I grew up in Dallas and I'm going to move to Tyler, Texas. People, especially people who are going to develop professionally, it's like you can, work in a gas station anywhere. But if you're going to launch yourself into a career, I think it's easier to get into the big times of whatever it is you're doing, or to find a place to blossom professionally in a larger city than a smaller one. So if you're from a place that's around 1 million people like this, I mean, Atlanta's not a stretch.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, could I possibly have predicted that? No. Is it surprising at all? Also, no.
Yeah.
Do you like Atlanta?
I love it.
Do you ever like yearn to be somewhere else? Like you've lived abroad and
yeah,
you've lived in Knoxville.
Yeah.
Not to hate on Knoxville. Knoxville's actually pretty nice.
Yeah. I have thought about it. It's hard for me to think of a city that like meets my needs in a way that Atlanta does.
Well, I picked Nashville out when I decided y'all were not going to grow up in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm like, where do I want to live?
Yeah.
This is a pretty great place for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And it's certainly different than when we moved here, but it's also still a great place for a lot of reasons.
Yeah. I like Nashville a lot too. I think the thing that had not necessarily stopped me about Nashville as a place to like settle down is that I don't know what I would do career-wise here, because the industry is, or the industries that are so prominent here are healthcare and music, and I have nothing to do with those. Now that I'm like in the nonprofit space, obviously there are nonprofits in Nashville, so not impossible. But
I mean, the nonprofit you work for is part of a national network.
There is
international at all?
Yes, there are some international ones.
Would you ever consider like moving back to Germany for say like 5 years? Not 1 year, but 5 years.
Not really. No.
Too cold?
I liked being there a lot. Not even that. It's
too German.
I don't think I would be able to work there without having to like go back to school and get some other degree. Like I really like the like social side of it, the like non-professional German life, the cafe site in the afternoon, cafe and kuchen, and like the train travel obviously was amazing.
And Glühwein,
Christmas markets can't be beat.
German bread,
German food,
German
in
beer.
General. I would probably still be eating meat if I lived in Germany.
You would have less options,
yeah,
I think, in Germany than here.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of like good.
Unless you were in Berlin. In Berlin, it's only vegetables.
Probably.
Cold, dark vegetables.
But yeah, the professional element of it, like everybody that I know that stayed in Germany, stayed to continue like teaching English and had like a German partner. And And I'm sure there are other people, who have found other ways to stay, but that part.
Are you still in touch with anybody from either of your year abroad or your Fulbright year?
Very loosely, especially since I'm not really on social media anymore. Like I used to just be more aware of what was going
Like,
on
do
in
you
those people's
exchange
lives.
Christmas cards with any of them? Do you exchange Christmas cards with anyone?
People send me Christmas cards. I do not send any out. I get Christmas cards.
How did I know that?
Yeah, I get Christmas cards from a couple of friends of mine who are like married and now, especially from business school, the ones that have kids.
I would love to get a Christmas card from you. I would.
Yeah. Picture of me and Tiny. I mean, we've gotten pictures with Santa at PetSmart. I think we
That's
forgot
like
to do it this
world's
past year.
most photogenic creature.
She's so cute.
Stunning.
She's so cute.
Stunning.
She doesn't take as good a care of her coat anymore with her illness.
She's black. That's not going to show up in a photo.
No, I mean,
I know.
It's her,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But just the combination of what appears to be like the world's largest cat eyes,
little owl eyes,
and the extremely white whiskers against a jet black face.
Yeah.
Just the cutest little ears.
They're like rounded a little bit. Little bear ears, I call them sometimes.
I'm just saying, I've taken hundreds of thousands of pictures at this point. I like taking pictures of animals, and I'm not a big cat lover, but damn, that cat is amazing. She's just gorgeous. Now, the fact that every time I come to visit you, the only thing I'm ever likely to see is her butt
retreating,
advancing at relativistic speeds towards anywhere else. I think it was maybe the last time I came to stay with you when we were in the front room, and she actually came into the same room with us. That was like, I'm going to Disneyland. I had no reason to expect that would happen. So I think, I don't know, maybe she smelled whatever it is we were eating, or
she is extremely food motivated.
Yeah.
Do you want her to be present at any time during your dream meal?
Maybe at the very beginning for a photo op. Right?
We can make that happen.
Right?
This is your dream meal.
Maybe at the very beginning for a photo op with Tiny.
Did your mom like cats? I know you guys had a dog when you were younger, but how did she feel about cats?
I don't know. I couldn't say off the top of my head. I don't recall her expressing a desire to own a cat. I also never saw throwing rocks at cats. So,
ambivalent towards cats.
I would, who knows where in the middle of that. I mean, she might have thrown a rock or two without me looking. I can't say that.
Okay.
I don't know that for sure. So maybe, but I think the fact that we didn't have a cat tells me that she didn't care about them very much because we had a dog.
Yeah.
She bought the dog for me, but it was her dog. When he got shot, she took care of him. She, she massaged him with Epsom salts for 6 months so that his leg wouldn't get stiff while he was recovering. That was her dog. Yeah. He loved me, I'm sure, and I loved him. But I think, if it's like who am I going to pull off the train track in time?
God.
It wasn't going to be me.
I'm sure if you got shot and she needed to massage your leg with Epsom
salts. No, I meant the dog loved my mom more than my mom.
The dog would pull.
Not the other. Yes,
Scamp would pull your mom off the train tracks.
Scamp would have pulled my mother off before me.
Okay,
that's what I was trying to say.
Would your mom pull you off the train tracks before Scamp?
I would like to think so.
I think so too. She used to refer to John Kyle as Nanny's Lamb, or maybe that was mostly you.
Nanny Lamb.
Nanny Lamb. Did she have any pet names for you?
She had pet names for everybody. I mean, mostly she called me son. I don't. It wasn't. I don't think she made up nicknames.
Did she call Stephanie daughter?
Stevie. She was also known as Lily.
Why?
Lily of the Valley is some flower associated with her birth month, I think. I'm not sure.
Daisy is the birth month
I,
or the,
I,
the
I,
birth flower for you.
there's some Lily connection with her when she was born, or
Mm.
but yeah, she called her Lily a lot actually.
Oh, I had no idea. Well, I'm assuming you never called her Lily.
No, no, no. That was strictly like a pet name for her that my mom had. Like my dad didn't call her, just my
Yeah.
mom. I think other people. It's not like she only said it to Stephanie in Stephanie's presence.
Mm.
So other people knew about it, and I think they would make references to it. But I think most everyone else called her Stephanie.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I had forgotten about that actually till you asked about it. But yeah, she had more than one name, and I think there was another one too. But right at the top of my head, I know she was regularly called Lily.
Yeah. Fascinating. I wonder how Stephanie would react if you called her Lily at this
I
point.
might cheer up. She misses my mom a lot.
Yeah.
She really does. They were way closer than my mom and I were. I mean, I was her first, and she loved me. She really did. But they were besties,
Yeah.
like serious close relationship. And I think it was really hard. I think it still is really hard for Stephanie that my mom is gone.
Yeah.
She raised both of us pretty much by herself. And I think, you know the story of why she's named Stephanie, right?
Mm-mm. I don't think.
So my mother wanted to name me Stephen. My dad would not have it. He
Yeah.
wanted a junior. And so I'm John Joseph Brassil Jr. So I think she tricked my dad into believing it was after a German actress or something like that. But yeah, so, and it wasn't until she was in at least middle school or junior high. We didn't have middle school, but we just did junior high. That she started going by Stevie. Might even like Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's named Stephanie because my mom finally got her way.
Good for her. That what
It's a great name because you
Stephanie?
can short it a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Steffi, like my mom used to call her Steffi.
That feels very German.
Not super, original or creative. It's not like out of the weirdo wall like Lily, but I think her middle name is Marie.
Mm-hmm.
So she would get Stephanie Marie every once in a while.
One of my coworkers will refer to other members of the team by their first and middle name, and not in a like you're in trouble way, but just like if she's extolling somebody's virtues or recognizing somebody like
nice.
that, she may do that.
Sure, that she took the trouble to learn something about you.
But now I'm wondering, I don't know that she has ever referred to me as Ariel Elizabeth. So now I'm going to be like thinking about that. Like
you're going to key into it every time she doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Where's my middle name?
Yeah. It'll be
momentous. No one necessarily like needs to be patted on the head, but absolutely no one wants to be the only person not getting patted on the head.
For sure.
Even if you don't even really want to be patted on the head.
Yeah.
No one likes to be left out.
No. I will say hands on, Atlanta is very good about recognizing people within the organization. Like it's part of our monthly team meetings to do, shout out and kudos.
That's
for
great.
People.
It's encourage a culture of like support and acknowledgement and recognition.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, money is nice, but just, hey, good job.
You know what's actually funny? We this, I don't know why this just occurred to me in a different capacity, but we have a monthly award that is given to somebody, and it's called the Stephanie, and it's a T-Rex that's about this big.
That's incredible.
And it was originally a Stephen, and at some point, when you get the Stephanie, you add some element to it. So
somebody gendered it.
Somebody had like painted its little claws and given it some lipstick.
Excellent.
And so she transitioned. She's now Stephanie. And I received the Stephanie once.
I don't see why that can't still be Stephen personally.
I agree. But she is the Stephanie.
Which is, especially if you know my sister, even more funny.
Yeah. I'll get a picture of Stephanie and send it to you. I made her a little friendship bracelet when it was my turn with her and put that around her leg.
Is it gilded?
What do you mean by gilded? Like,
is it a gold T-Rex?
Oh no.
Is it like one of those like $14 German You know what I'm talking about? The German animals.
Yeah, she's
They were like
a little bit more
very,
like
very cool, but extremely expensive.
yeah, she's a little bit more like rubbery, not like completely floppy, but she's not as firm as
Right.
those like
Hard plastic.
yeah.
Like molded plastic.
Yeah.
How big? Mounted on a base?
Not mounted to anything. I mean, I don't know how
It
she
just gets
originally
passed
came
around.
into be, but yeah.
Is there a plaque or something where the people's names get etched when
No.
they've won the Stephanie?
No.
And it's a monthly thing?
It's a monthly thing. So there's like a website where
Can you win a Stephanie back to back?
you could, but that would be when you have the Stephanie, you nominate the next Stephanie.
Oh,
so
no.
It would be a real dick move to nominate
or really funny. It's like
could be.
Yeah, I'm not just as a joke.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. Or if you like I'm accepting this on the behalf of my team, just make a thing out of it for 1 month. No one's going to hate on that.
We have a website where you have to like report your time, and it's the website where you do the performance reviews and stuff like that. And the homepage of that does actually say like, this month's Stephanie Award winner. And
does it have a picture of the Stephanie?
It doesn't.
That's an oversight. That's easy to
I think it does actually have like a small picture of the Stephanie, but then there's the like headshot of whoever won it that month. Yeah. And when you win the Stephanie, you can like spin a digital wheel. Formerly they used a physical wheel, but they moved to a digital one, and you can get like a $25 gift card or Tiff's treats or something like that. So
nice.
Yeah.
Did you tell me? I don't think you did. Why it's called that?
I don't know. I don't know her origin story.
Does anyone still there know the origin
Probably.
story?
Our finance director has been there for 15 years.
So now you have homework because I need to know now.
Okay. I'll find out. All right. I think we're doing okay on time to get into your dream drink, and we should still have time to get into your dream dessert because I expect that we'll have much discussion. But your dream drink.
I thought about doing this item as a dessert, but then I remembered I have a dessert that I definitely want to do that dessert. So now I'm having to push this back into a drink. So it's probably not something that I think this is generally like a drink with dinner type of thing, which this could be, but probably wouldn't be. There's a lime Mr. Misty Float.
Mm-hmm.
I love everything about that. The creaminess of soft serve, the gritty, finely ground ice pellets of the slush, and then because it's a float and not a freeze, the intense burst of lemon lime that you can get if it's not
totally mixed.
If it's not even like half-acidly mixed, because a lot of times them kids just squirt that pump in there a couple of times and hand it to you, which is great. It's great because I used to drink Rose's lime juice out of the bottle because it was it's not like you're gonna take a mouthful of it, but like you get a I don't know an ounce or so onto your tongue. It's almost like the burn you get from wasabi, except in your mouth, and it's.
My mouth is watering again.
So it would be better if Mr. Misty Floats were made with rose lime juice instead of like.
This is the dream menu. That can be the case.
I'll say so. Now this is like improv night where we're like and thenning. Let's do that. A custom blended Rose's lime juice, Mr. Misty Float. Hell yes.
All right.
Hell yes. And I can probably let's think about maybe whipping in like a hand blender or something, a little heavy cream and some Tillamook vanilla. The Tillamook ice cream is just, it's noticeably creamier than other ice creams. I think if you use that as a base, you could do that. I would like to try to do that instead, because I've been making, call them smoothies, but it's basically just bananas and some ice cream and some milk. Do you want a smoothie? That's not a smoothie, that's a milkshake. That's got a banana in it. That doesn't make it a smoothie. I think I could do that. I think I can make this, and it's going to be so good.
I also want it.
We
Could be an activity for tonight.
could be an
question
activity
mark?
for tonight. It could be.
Yeah.
So I almost also said Christmas punch,
Mm-hmm. I wondered if
because
that would make an appearance.
that I think though, I cannot credibly include that over a plethora of other choices, delicious though it is, and it's extremely seasonal. Like I'm not having Christmas punch. It's July. Nope. No,
That's true.
that's tied to one event a year, which given the sugar content is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it could be Christmas for that portion of the dream menu. But
no. It's lime Mr. Misty Float because again, things are better in context. That Dairy Queen has changed hands
Mm-hmm.
at least a half a dozen
You
times.
mean the one by your house?
Yeah, the one on the one on
No.
it's on West End,
Yeah.
right before you get to the interstate. It's at least a half a dozen times. So the crew they have in there now is actually pretty good, but it's not always that case. And so I wasn't sure if this churn was responsible for the absence for, I want to say, close to 2 years of the machine to make the ice slurry. So evidently it's like a custom thing where it's not like you can just go onto like Cisco or some other supply thing and like get one.
Yeah.
The company that sells them also services them. So
Dying breed.
if you don't like it, you don't have an alternative to make that particular like concentration of ice or like the stuff you get, like a slushy is whatever it is.
Yeah.
These things. And so we go buy that Dairy Queen. Lisa really likes Blizzard's Mint Oreo Blizzard, her go-to.
Yeah.
This is like the dog pulling someone off the track. A Mint Oreo Blizzard might go before me if it came down to it.
Did the bit elements of a blizzard not bother her though?
I think they're finally enough ground into it, and I think her adherence to strict principles about things is a little flexible.
Okay.
The number of times I went in there asking,
Is it back yet?
well, it was still there. It was just broken.
Right.
So you couldn't tell immediately upon it. It wasn't like a gaping hole where the Mr. Misty machine used to be. And then finally, like middle of last year, they were like, we found somebody who said that they can come and work on it. We got put in the queue or however that worked.
Yeah.
And then nothing happened for months. And I was like, okay, you could have just told me you're not getting it fixed, right? But I think it was actually true. I think that the lead time on it, and then like right around the beginning of fall last year, it magically reappeared into my life. And Lisa was like, that's not coming back, right? She was like, given the way that this
Right.
place changes hands every 15 minutes and the fact that, it's probably expensive, and you don't have to have one to sell ice cream. Most people, I think, come in there for like a cone or like and you don't need that machine for that.
Yeah.
You do need it for a lime Mr. Misty Float though.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, whoa, the clouds parted and the beam made of light hit the ground and it was back. And I'm just so happy. I'm so happy that I can get a lime Mr. Misty Float again. So just to sort of put a bow on this part of it, 2 times ago we were in there because the last thing I had from there was a lime Mr. Misty Float. But before that, they had a special drink that was you could get either lemonade or pineapple flavor. So juice mixed in with the ice cream. And then a tahini rim and a little bit of spice actually in the ice cream too. I was like, I got to try that.
Yeah. That sounds
So I
very up your alley.
passed up a lime Mr. Misty Float, which I had fully intended to get walking through that door. And I saw that and I was like, it was so good.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's not going to displace the goat, but
Yeah.
If you want one, we can go get one because they're pretty tasty. I like tahine because I like my friend in Guadalajara that I play video games with. It was like, have you heard of it? I really didn't know what it was. And then ordered some off. I was like, oh, I can get this on Amazon. They sell it in Kroger.
Oh yeah.
They have like a little cardboard stand. So now it's like I can't avoid tahine.
Yeah.
And so I asked for tahine rims on like margaritas now. I don't know if that gives me any more cred with the employees, but doesn't hurt.
It's nice.
And I like it.
It's a nice combo. Didn't I get you some mango tahine candies for Christmas?
I remember some spicy mango candies.
Yeah, I think it was a tahine element.
We went to Edley's has Bushwhackers as a barbecue place. I'm trying to remember how much. If I say Edley's, you know what that means. Yes. They have Bushwhackers, half price Bushwhackers on Wednesdays, so that was a thing for us. We were in there the last time and they had a mango marg as their drink special. So again, I love their Bushwhackers, but I'm like, I'm gonna get that. And I asked him for a tahine rim. He's like, we don't do that here. What we do is dry rub.
I don't know that I want that.
So he had like a salt mix with dry rub in it. It was so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like, again, little bit goes a long way, but it's not any more overpowering than tahine. And I thought it was nice. It was like, I don't have any tahine, but I got you, bro.
Yeah.
And he like, probably not the first person he's done that for, but I felt special.
It's a nice touch.
No, we don't have that. Next. I don't want that.
Yeah. That's a no and situation. That's nice. Well,
I can't believe I've drunk almost all this.
I know.
And did you still have ice in yours? That seems wrong.
But
did he give you more ice? I think that's what happened. I got shorted on the ice.
Yeah.
Remember, go ahead.
I don't know that I had any additional thought about that, but we have arrived at the final course of your menu, your dream dessert.
One of the first dates I went on with Lisa was Deb Paquette's place.
What?
Deb Paquette, she's a chef here in town.
Okay.
Her main restaurant is called Etch downtown. She started at a place, I think it was called Cakewalk originally. But Lisa and I had, I think it might have even been a Valentine's Day meal there that ended with something that for years we called Zabiglione, which is a very anglicized version of the Italian Giabbione. It's spelled, it looks like Zabiglione, just like it sounds.
Okay.
And if you take out one of those syllables, here, I pulled up a webpage for you.
Thank you for being prepared.
It's essentially a sweet cream with masala wine in, but it's like the texture of it is what makes it incredible. And it's one of those things again where I will never forget the first time that I had it.
Ooh.
I love pudding.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say that, right? It was kind of funny at the end of the Koji Radical episode. They asked him, what he wanted. He was like sticky toffee pudding, and he made the point in defending that choice. Everything else is just a variation of cream. I'm like, that's not right.
Yeah. What is the blackened element on top of it?
It's probably berries. It might just be bruleed too.
Okay. So do you want it from this particular restaurant?
Deb Paquette is a mighty fine chef. I took cooking classes from her.
Ooh.
I took soups, desserts, pastas. I think the second class I took from her was a knives class where I cut myself.
Oh.
I'm okay. No, you're in my kitchen bleeding. We're gonna wrap that up, sir. Yeah, it was like 8 people. She did them at night. And it's like this woman was a landmark, like chef-owned restaurant, OG in Nashville, and she just really loved being part of a community.
Yeah.
And I think I think she almost like crowdfunded the restaurant opening. It was in an old gas station. It was one of the best like date night places, if not the best date night place in Nashville. It was French inspired and a lot of traditional French cooking on the menu. It was just like really great vibe, and their cooking class was the same way. She was encouraging
Yeah.
to everyone. People, I think they were like probably professional chefs there. People
Mm.
were like way more into cooking than I was, but I figured like I'll go hang out, and then you get to eat at the end, so
Yeah.
that's always fun.
How many people were in the class?
8. You know,
Keep in touch with them.
she had a helper, like one of her like sous chefs.
Mhm.
Someone came in and like did, because while she's talking about what you're doing, there's some prep work that has to be done,
Yeah.
or when people are cutting themselves, somebody needs to go get a Band-Aid.
Right.
Yeah, it's usually a dude. So I think it was almost always a dude. I think when she stopped being there on a regular basis, I think she handed it off to her executive chef.
Is she still like alive? Like you're speaking of her in kind of this past tense.
Yeah.
I'm like, has she
Yeah.
passed?
I think they're still seating like through April, like around the time of your birthday. I think they announced a closing date. I don't know if we're going to try to get over there to do that or not. We have a lot of other options.
Yeah.
And
But if you're Jonesing for Zabiglione,
well, so this was
I
at
need to see how it's spelled.
So Zabiglione is how I thought about it for a while, but then I found out from when I wanted to talk about this, I wanted to make sure that I didn't get the name wrong, and that I could sort of like tell you what it was, to find out that actually like Zabiglione is kind of a goober way to pronounce it. Jabagione.
But there's not. Where's the other J sound coming from? Okay, I'm gonna call it Zabiglione. I'm sorry.
I think it's like Zabagione.
Yeah.
Zabagione.
Okay.
It sounds better in Italian.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
It's but the French version is like Sarac or something. So there's a very similar dessert that has a slightly different name in French. If you have not had this, you should seek out a restaurant near you that serves it.
I'm sure I can make that happen.
It is the most perfectly, you talk about cream. It is the perfect creaminess. It's not like too oily, too umami-y on your tongue. It's light and sweet, but we were talking before about the what was the mousse of the airiness in it. It's just perfect. It's sweet but not too sweet.
Yeah.
It's creamy but not too creamy. It's an extremely romantic dessert. Just the name.
Is it usually served with a little biscuit like that picture has, or
do you just want I think we got ours in something like a martini glass. I think it was just like presented. I don't know. You're right. Normally when you have like a heavy cream like that, you get some kind of crispy cookie, or even not crispy cookie. But I don't think this was served. I think been a long time.
Yeah.
I think this is while Lisa and I were still dating. Yeah. So a long time
ago. Well, I'm going to read your menu back to you. See how you feel about it.
Sure. And while you do that, I'm going to look up the name of the actual restaurant, because it was not called either the Cakewalk or Etch when we went there. It was something else. Okay. So go ahead and.
All right. I'm including this even though it's not a menu item. We're going to start your meal with a photo op with Tiny. Still or sparkling, you would like a Spindrift Mojito. For your bread course, you would like your mom's Yorkshire pudding with Bisto gravy, enjoyed with Nana. And this is English Bisto gravy, not imported or not Canadian. For your starter, you would like the crudo from Tar and Roses in Santa Monica.
Zola. The name was Zola. I would have thought of that eventually, but we're on a time.
We are.
5 minutes, actually.
I know.
Sorry. I didn't realize we had gone that long.
We're right on schedule. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So for your starter, Tar and Roses crudo in Santa Monica. For your main course, you would like South Street's pumped chicken, circa turn of the century.
Well, circa turn of the century because they're not open anymore.
Well, great. And for your side dish, you would like the miso smoked carrot from the Michelin or James Beard restaurant
Something in Willie's?
in Austin.
Hoss and Willie's? Wiggums and Willie's?
So you no longer think Leroy and Lewis?
Leroy and Lewis is it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a
Wiggums and Willie's.
There was the alliteration between the two names, and I thought it was a W. Excuse me.
I like that better. If you ever go back, you should call it that.
Wiggums and Willie's?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yes.
For your drink, a lime Mr Misty Float, a custom one with Rose's lime juice and hand-whipped Tillamook vanilla and heavy cream. And for dessert, the Zabiglione from Deb Paquette's Zola restaurant.
Again, we're time traveling as we move through the various courses of this meal because we can.
Because this is the dream restaurant, and you are with various people throughout the course of this meal. How do you feel about it?
I think I came in expecting one thing, and I got a better thing.
Oh, great.
So even to the point where I'm going to make something off this menu to eat now.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. That was amazing, but I think we did a good job of sort of weaving together not only the meal itself, but also like some personal history between the two of us.
Yeah.
With eating.
I agree.
Eating in restaurants.
And my mouth is
car
watered.
fries.
My mouth was watered multiple times. Do you want to know what the secret ingredient was? It was not Papa John's.
I was afraid it was Yorkshire pudding. I was afraid to say that.
No, I would not have picked something that I knew you actually liked.
It's not tin potatoes.
It was not tin potatoes. It was Hoppin' John's, which is a like South Carolina rice and beans dish.
I've had Hoppin' John.
Partly because your name is John, but also thinking about our trip to Costa Rica and the rice and beans had for pretty much every meal. I was curious.
I was ready to eat those hummingbirds.
Yeah.
Just for something different.
I feel like maybe we
did get a $20 lobster in San Jose.
I don't remember it. I remember us wanting something else, but I could not have told you what we ate that was not rice and beans on that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very shiny for some reason. I think they glazed it somehow.
With butter?
No, it was like almost like shellacked. They did something to it to affix like a luminescence, like a glittery shell.
Did that make the lobster more appealing to you?
No. Not at all. It was a little off-putting, to be honest with you. Yeah. I was like, why is that thing so shiny? Yeah, it was like it had been it had been put in lucite, right? I think it had like a thin, translucent layer on it. It wasn't just shiny. It had been coated in something shiny.
Maybe it was supposed to evoke being like fresh out of the sea somehow.
Everything's better under the shell of lacquer. I mean, I don't know. It was an interesting choice. This lobster. I had lobster in Maine when we were there, just because Maine. It was a mistake. It's a mistake. I should have gotten something else. Lobster is such nonsense.
It's not for me.
It used to be trash. We learned that while we were up there. It was like they fed it to prisoners. Mm-hmm. So
cockroach of the sea.
That's like, good
branding.
That's Mad Men crazy. Mm-hmm. Well done, sir.
Yeah.
John Hamm would be proud. And
he would be.
Mentioning ham is the last thing that I'm going to say to you. I think is good job, Dad. All right. Thank you. What a lovely gift.
Thank you for coming to the off menu dream restaurant.
What an inspired way to do something once that will be permanent.
Yeah. A nice little artifact for the both of us. Though I will not be watching it anytime in the near future because I do not like seeing myself on camera.